gentlemen of Blackburn, welcome to King George's Hall. Are you up for a good night? So lovely to hear you wonderful people. Thank you so much for coming out. My name's Chris Ramsey and this is my unfortunately titled 2020 tour. Sorry about that. We're about to get things cracking. I'm going to introduce my fantastic support act to the stage. Now, if you've seen me before, you'll have seen this guy before. And if you haven't seen either of us, but you've heard even 10 minutes of Shadbound and Oid, you will hear this guy's name 1,000 fucking times. Please, go crazy, go wild. Welcome to the stage, the fantastic Carl Hutchinson!
Give yourselves a big round of applause for coming out, everyone. Yes! So nice to be doing this again, man. It's so nice to have the job back. It's weird getting introduced as friend of the podcast. That's definitely taking some getting used to. Just so I know by way of a cheer, how many people know me now as friend of the podcast? All right, a good amount of us know how fucking disgusting I am, so that's good. See, I don't listen to the show every week, right? My wife listens to the show every week. That's always fun. That's always good to get retrospectively bollocked for stuff you've done 10 years ago. Every Friday when it comes out without fail, I'm just like, what? What's he said now, Christ? No, I blew my nose on the bed sheets once. No, I haven't done it in our house. I've pissed on me washing once. Right, I'll explain that one. A few years ago, I had a big pile of washing. I was getting ready to put it in the washing machine. I realised I'd bent down, I'd put a bit of pressure on my bladder, and I needed a wee, and I didn't have the energy to go all the way upstairs. So I figured, since it's going in the wash anyway, I might as well. I know a lot of people are out with their partners tonight, but I'm going to ask, does anyone agree with me? I'll be honest, that's the most that anyone's ever replied to that. That's when you know you're in Blackburn. One guy just put his hand up, yes. Yeah, right, I'm doing it right now. What about it? Yeah, go for it. Thank you for being so honest. I realise I'm a disgusting person. I've made a cup of tea with cat milk before, right? That's... Sorry, the milk that you give to your cat. I need to specify that. I wasn't just holding her up, fucking squeezing her nipple. How strong do you want it? Oh, we didn't know if this was going to go ahead because of all that Omicron bollocks that was going down in November as well. And I remember I kept checking the news because I didn't know if it was happening or not. I kept checking and there was no sign of Joe Wicks. All right. As long as he's off the telly, we're doing all right. Remember that prick? You don't think he was going to be Prime Minister the way in which he was on the television? Didn't stop, it was like lockdown hit, day one. He was just like, right, come on, you bastards! I'll keep us all fit. Come on, get them legs up. We all fell for it, didn't we? Were they in front of the telly? Little vested underpants, little makeshift PE kit. Well, he's doing this every day. Hey, this is great. We're going to leave lockdown looking like bloody Captain America and Thor. This is fantastic. And he was here on Tuesday. He was like, hey, I'm still fucking here. Come on, you twats. I don't know why I put that bit in. All we do is eat curries and Nando's, fucking hell. And then by Wednesday hit. By Wednesday, I have never seen the whole of the UK unanimously sack somebody off before. Wednesday hit, he's like, right, come on, we're going to do something. And the whole country just went, fuck him! Fuck! I got so bored during lockdown, so I played FIFA a lot, online football. You don't play FIFA online?
Yeah. No.
Do you know that's less people replied than when I said, is it alright to piss on the old washing? That's how low down it is to play FIFA online. I thought I was good at FIFA until they closed all of the schools. Suddenly all these 14-year-olds are beating me left and right. And they send you messages now, right? Because they can do that, right? My username, it's just Carl Hutchinson, and then 87, the year I was born. And And they send me little messages right from me. Oh my God, 8-0, why are you even playing this game? You're so shit at FIFA, ha ha. 1987, how are you even still alive? I want her. Joe Wicks every day, that's how I'm still alive now. This is how little I had going on in my life, Blackburn, during lockdown. I started replying to the 14-year-olds. Now, it's been a while since I've argued with a 14-year-old. I'm pretty sure I know what to do. It's not that hard, right? Just go straight in, right? Oh, you want to play that game, do you? Yeah, Buster? And a little verbal back and forth, right? Well, it looks like your dad... That's it. Looks like your dad took the good internet connection with him when he left you and your mum. Old school. Got a reply. Me mum's dead. Sorry, I got one for that as well, though. Oh well, no wonder she didn't move last night. Alright, now we know who plays FIFA. But about 7 blokes just went, oh, I'm definitely having that one, absolutely. No reply, no reply, no reply. Got a little thing on your phone. Your account has been suspended. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I haven't played any FIFA, I haven't played for exactly 6 months. Because exactly 6 months ago, I became a father for the first time, so I've got a little daughter at home. So I remember, thank you very much. So I remember when we first started telling people that my wife was pregnant. One of the first things people ask in this day and age is, are you and your wife going to have a gender reveal party? And the short answer is no. Because me and my wife are not a couple of twats. I can be a parent and realise nobody else gives a fuck about my kid, right? I'm alright for popping a balloon and hoovering up, that's all it seems to be. But I hope she's more sociable than I am. I know it's weird to come on stage in front of 2,000 people in Blackburn and say I'm not a very sociable person, but this is easy for me, right? This is easy for comedians. Normal social interactions. That's why I love the winter time. Because the winter time is the longest time before I have to think about going to these summer barbecue parties, right? Can't stand them. Don't want to have one, don't want to go to one. It was great when you were a student. As soon as you're a student, hey, should we have a barbecue? Yeah, great. Get a couple of them disposable barbecues. Fantastic. As soon as you're in a couple. How many couples do I have in? Yeah, that's the appropriate amount of enthusiasm we should have as well. We've been locked in with each other for 2 years. Yeah, I'm with you, Carl, 1 minute. Right, you just fucking talk to us now, please. As soon as you're in a couple, you go, should we have a barbecue? Oh, we better hoover up first. Why? I don't want people to think we're living shit. Well, we do. Everyone lives in shit. Or the only time you ever tidy the house is when you know people are coming around. But I spend the whole 3 days cleaning, even do the hoovering with the little nozzle that gets in the fucking edges, get it back, and that is rank, right? And that's the moment my wife pretends she doesn't give a fuck. People come around and go, oh, hey, is it shoes on or shoes off? Ah, leave them on. What? You spent 3 days cleaning, you take the piss. Oh, come round, yeah, wipe your arse on me, tell you what I care. And my bloke friends come round, right, they know better. They drink all of my lovely freezing cold drink, right? I just like normal lager, I'm not trying to impress anyone, right? Just a Corona, a Budweiser, right? A Sol, a Red Stripe, right? An Amstel, a Moretti, right? A Heineken, just a normal Kronenberg, I'll take. Just normal, run-of-the-mill lager. I want it to be freezing cold when it hits the back of your throat, right? That's how cold it needs to be. My friends don't do that. They don't respect drink. Sure, they come round, drink all of my lovely drink. But what do they bring? Once they've drank all mine, what have they brought? What's Davey brought to the barbecue? 24 cans, fresh out of the oven. Never seen a fridge before in its life. Carlin. Foster's. Cooking lager. Well, where's the pull this? The bin. Put it in the fucking bin. Put yourself in the bin. Now, if I'm going to equal opportunity, if I'm going to have a go at people who drink Carl and Foster's, people who drink any old swill, I need to have a go at the other end of the spectrum. People who take it far too seriously. You know, I'm talking about the new, trendy, ale, IPA, twizzled mustache, brewdog, wankers. We got any in? We can fucking smell you, that's why. You smell like wet socks and dog farts. I'm just gonna say it now. Somebody needs to tell ale drinkers they are not as interesting as the story on the back of the bottle they are drinking from. You ever get cornered by one of them in the pub? Oh, no, it's really interesting. This actually, we've got the little story at the back. Like that. It's two brothers from Darwin, and they quit the job, and they set up a factory, and they went on Dragon's Den, you know, and they nearly got an investment. And shut up, man, you boring twat! Just get drunk like everyone else. What's the matter with you? I'm drinking a bottle of Peroni, right? Does it come with a stroll, does it? Yeah. Does it come with a stroll? You know what, Peroni, drink 12, you'll have a good night. Drink 18, you might piss the bed. And if you do, don't worry, I'm pretty sure fuckface will tell on his podcast. You can get away with anything now. It's just the names. It's just the name. I can't go to the bar and just order 4 lagers anymore, and I'm annoyed. Oh, I've got to remember all these daft fucking independent names that we made. So I'm going to go, hi, can I have a pint of the Goblin's Engineer, please? Oh, it's a schooner of the Goblin's monocle. Well, imagine my embarrassment. I'm very sorry. Isn't my face red? Yes, what's he on? The stepmother's memories, please. That's the one. And I'll have half a monk's wank back as well. Thank you very much. I'll just have a Heineken, thank you. I already have a personality. The only good thing about barbecues, in my opinion, is you get to use up all your condiments. You know, your horseradishes of this world. You know, your tartar. I'll buy horseradish, you know, for a little tartar sauce for a little fish finger sandwich, and I'm very pleased with myself, right? And I use about 5% of the tub, and I put 95% of it back in, and I think I can do it because it says best before 2024. And then I check on it in about a week's time, and I go, oh, that does not look best before 2024. That's just smiled at me. And there's a little writing on the inside of the lid, just goes, once open, consume within 3 days. I can't do that. I'll be ill. Imagine if people kept to that. Hey Terry, you alright? You're looking a bit ill, you're looking a bit sick, a bit puffy, a bit grey, a bit bloated. Everything alright? I'm not alright, mate. I'm on that once open, consume within 3 days diet. I'm fucked, if I'm honest with you. I'm just on my way to the shops to get some Gaviscon. Morning, noon and night, I've just been eating that caramelised onion hummus. I don't know why she got so much from Costco. I keep saying it's only me and her in the house, Christ. Can I give you some? Oh, I'm not falling for that, thank you. I've got me flask of coleslaw myself over here. So I'll get rid of all consume in 3 days warnings. I'll get rid of all adverts in the year 2022. Every advert runs into each other now. I remember the last advert that I remember standing out, 1996. Good old 1996, right? Danny Baker, the Daz Doorstep Challenge. Right? Danny Baker turns up. Do you like Daz? How do you know where I live? Doesn't matter, just get all your washing, get some Daz. Cole's gonna piss on your washing. At least I remembered it. I don't remember any advert now. Every advert's the same. Nobody speaks in full sentences anymore, or full paragraphs. It's just lists. Just one word after the other, after the other. Like, they don't really make any sense. And they don't tell you what the advert's going to be until the end. Because that's supposed to make things clever. It doesn't. Shite. This is every advert you've ever seen in the last 5 years, right? You won't even know that it's went in your head, right? So this is every advert. It always starts, somebody's always running. It's either dusk or dawn, and there's always like smoke and like fog and mist. And there's someone running. And you just hear the narrator, and you just hear something bollocks, like something that doesn't make any sense, like, this one's for the go a little fasters. Bollocks. The stay a little longers. The backwards. The forwards. The afterwards. The during. The now. The then. Shite means none. The lockdowns. The locked ups. The locked ins, the locked outs, the locksmiths, key workers, the daytime, the nighttime, the springtime, the summertime, the autumn time, the winter time, my time, your time, his time, her time, our time, their time, family time. And then right at the end of the advert, it just goes, bread. It was a bread advert. No, I thought it was holidays or a pair of trainers. No, it was fucking bread. Proper clever that, like, yeah, proper clever bread. Really makes you think about bread. All right, let's get some. Oh, fuck, one's open, consume within 3 days. And another story, someone forgot to tell on the podcast, had to bring him up before the tour started. Said, Ramsey, have you told the story of the stag do? 5 years ago. He said, I can't believe I forgot that, but no, go for it, right? So 5 years ago, it was the last big hurrah of stag do's. 20 of us flying from Newcastle Airport. It was the last stag do we ever went on. We all got married up after that. And which is why you go on a stag do. Weirdly, we all got married after the stag do. I don't see why that happened. We all flew. We did that typical northern thing. Do you know when you panic when it's airports, right? Train station's fine, bus station fine. Airports, ooh, panic, right? So the flight's at 1 in the afternoon. So we'll get there for about 6 in the morning. That should be all right, should it? It's enough time to get through with the security. I don't know what your memory is of airports where you go, well, the security obviously took 6 hours the last time, didn't it? So you get through, it's about 6:30. Flight's not till 1. What do? What's the only thing you can do? Drink, yes. And you'll not be told otherwise, will you? Excuse me, mate, is everything all right with your life? It's 7 in the morning, and you're having a full English breakfast and a pint of Stella. I think you'll find I'm on my fucking holidays, mate. I will not be judged, thank you very much. So we did that typical northern thing, had about 10 pints before the flight. And that's when you know you've got drinkers in the crowd. When that line gets fuck all. Just 10, alright, fuck off. You're drinking fucking ale, fucking pint of Sunday dinner over there.
Guinness, I forgot my lunch.
You what, sorry?
Guinness, I forgot my lunch.
Guinness, you forgot your lunch. You forgot where you are as well. Shut the fuck up. 10 pints. And the rest. Yeah, I've ordered that in the interval. Honestly, we started this in King's Lynn, in near Oxford, and I said 10 pints, and there was like an audible like, oh good God. Is this man alright? But tonight, Blackburn, I said 10 pints, you all collectively just went, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, what's the next part of that story? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, 10 pints, yeah, we've pre-ordered that for the interval, yeah, go for it. That's drunk me, everyone's got that drunk side, This is how drunk I got, we either went to Tenerife or Portugal. Doesn't matter, right? It was just, this is how scummy I am as well. We had one of them fucking, I didn't even have a suitcase, I just had an Asda bag for life. So I just need a couple of shirts, a pair of shorts, if I need to blow my nose, I'm sure the hotel's got bed sheets, I'll be fine. That's drunk you. You know when you get so drunk, you're so drunk, you wake up in your own bed the next day, and you can't remember doing it. That's because at some point drunk you just went, psst. I'll take it from you. You wake up in your own bed, you feel like a magician. Well, all's well that ends well. Fantastic. Although I did say I was going to do the dishes. I definitely said I was going to do the dishes. And I opened the kitchen door and I go, oh my good heavens. Drunk Carl done the dishes last night. Hey Sophie, guess what? Drunk Carl done the dishes. I know you did. Fucking heard at 5:30 in the morning. Banging, clattering, sticking the cat. Been eating her dreamies again. Oh what? I thought I had. I thought I was eating a scampi fry, but no, that was a chicken dreamy, that was. That's what they get for making the packaging the same. And then you look at the dishes, you go, ooh, gonna have to do them again. Apparently you can't lick them clean, can you? So we'll go back to the airport. had me 10 pints, right, lightweight, had me 10 pints, and now I want to switch. I don't want to drink lager anymore, right, you've got to know your limits, so I have double gin and tonics on the flight. And according to the contactless Jet2 receipts that I went through the next day, I had somewhere in the region of 13 double gin and tonics on the flight. Right, now I can feel people starting to judge me, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not doing this to be big or clever, right, but I got cut off on the flight. I got told that I would not be allowed a 14th gin and tonic, and as you may imagine, Blackburn, I was devastated. Who, me? Well. What have I done? Well, you're so drunk, you're just trying to sound more formal than you've ever sounded, really. What is it that you think that I have done? You ever do that? You ever get so drunk you just got to get the one eye out? Sir, please look at me with both eyes. I can't. I can't wait. I can't. If I look at you with two eyes at this altitude, I'll be sick. And I will be sick because I've just had all my caramelized onion hummus. Just tell us what I've done. Just tell us why you're not. Sorry, man. Just tell us why. It's a bit of piss. But I don't see why that's relevant. I've only pissed myself. You know, I'm pissed on anyone else. And even if I had, you know, it's Jet2. I'm pissing in the Emirates. You know, I don't understand if it was the Emirates. So we get off the plane, and I'm in search of this elusive 14th gin and tonic. And now I'm stood at the bar. Now the guy at the bar won't even serve me. Like, this is just rude. This is just inhospitable. I haven't done anything. This guy knows nothing of my past transgressions on the plane. Like, hey, I haven't done anything here. Just tell us why I can't have my gin and tonic. I'm just trying to have a nice time, right? I haven't had a drink for 45 minutes. I've got my ass in the back. I'm not harming anyone. And I saw Ramsey at the other side of the bar. I was like, Ramsey, come here. And he's always the voice of reason. I was like, come here, and like, get this man to get me a gin and tonic. He's not being nice. I don't know what I've done. Ramsey's got hold of us, right? And just started fucking shaking me from side to side. Blackburn, I really wish I was making this up. The reason I was not allowed a 14th gin and tonic is because I was not stood at the bar. I was stood at passport control. You see me passport when I see the gin and tonic. Can't get fairer than that. I'm going, hold on lads, let's go somewhere else. This place is packed, man. Well, you got one guy serving, and he's got a gun. Oh, Blackburn, I'd love to come out here and talk longer, but that's my time. This is not my show. That would be incredibly rude of me. You have not paid to see me. But if you would like to pay to see me, I'm very happy to tell you that for the first time ever, I'll be bringing my tour show to this very building. Apparently there's another room, it's a 400-seater just downstairs. I'm going to be there in September. The box office is open in reception. Get me on social media, on the website. I'm going to post the link as soon as I go off stage. It'll be great to see you. A lot of people, that was like a football match. That was fucking lovely, thank you. I'll take care of this bit of business now. A lot of people always say, are you going to do different material? Yes, that would be fucking mental. Hey, do you know all the stuff you've just seen? Do you fancy paying to see it again? That would be fucking crackers. All different stuff. Take a photo of that, because that only stays up for a minute or so, because between me and you, I don't think he knows how to do this bit. Thank you very, very much, Blackburn. Enjoy the show. Good night.